Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Darkest Dungeon 2. Today we're doing something a little bit different. As you can see, there's no chat. That's because this is an offline run. I'm getting some videos out and ready to go because I'm going to be at TwitchCon this weekend, so I might be at TwitchCon when you see this video. But yeah, it's great to have you all here. If you're excited for this video and you want to make sure that you see all of my Darkest Dungeon 2 content, do consider subscribing to the channel. It helps out loads. Make sure you click that button. Anyway, let's get into it. Let's see what we got going on here. So this is the team that we have today. We are on Act 2, Resentments. We're going up against the Lungs. I have myself a Poet Leper here. We rolled two pretty cool trinkets here. We got Goat and Gargle, which I would normally go for Tempest here. But the reason I'm running Poet on him is because you get a lot of benefit from the additional stun and move resist on Simple Flower. We get that regen potential as along with the block plus potential. The Goat and Gargle kind of counteracts the damage reduction. 5 to 9 is still a really good amount of damage. It's still solid. He's just not going to be hewing stuff for like 50 damage on a regular basis. So thought we'd kind of try doing this. He's basically going to be a bit of a damage tank, and we'll see how that goes. The other person I have here is an aspirant occultist. Really, my big thing here is I want to try and make Anamnesis actually pop off for us. I don't think it will. It's a pretty rough move to get popping off, but it's been a while since I've tried, so we're going to give that a go. And then we have a Wanderer Jester here. I'm running Wanderer just because I find him to be the best kind of support without trying... The issue I have with Mezzo, even though it's great, is that I tend to focus a little bit too much on the gambling, and I end up making bad moves. That's on me, not on the game, but I think this is a really solid kind of mix of being able to do some damage and a little bit of support. We're definitely going to be using Encore to try and prep that Anamnesis as quickly as possible. The other benefit we have here is the Severed Finger, so this allows us to, if bleeding, get a positive token, but also the big thing here is get a little bit additional damage on bleeding targets. And then finally we have a Wanderer Highwayman. I've done this to try and take advantage of his combo. So if we combo somebody, we might be able to get some value with his stun and daze, along with giving us kind of the original double tap that does just a bit more damage without doing the double tap stuff. So I feel like this would be a good option. The only downside here, the biggest downside, is that we don't have the back rank Grape Shot Blast, which is very good for the Act 2 boss. But yeah, we'll have to see how that goes. So the first things I would like to upgrade here, I'm going to go ahead and upgrade our support abilities, our primary support abilities at least. Now, that's going to be Inspiring Tune for the stress heals, and then Weird Reconstruction because he is our primary healer. In fact, he's pretty much our only healer on this team. We're definitely going to be looking out for ways that we might be able to kind of navigate around that. Now, I do see a Greater Anchoring Charm here. This is actually very good for our Leper, because it basically means that he will always either regen or block whenever somebody tries to stun. And I do believe that also pops off for dazes as well. So that is a very good trinket for us to find early on. The other thing that's pretty interesting here is the medicine chest, which can produce restorative items for us. That would be pretty good, but this is just so good. I'm going to take that. We do also have Spoken Sharply here. There may be an argument for running Shrieker, or not Shrieker, Shambler Spawn, because Spoken Sharply will allow us to heal on somebody every time they hit somebody, which is actually pretty good. Does give us a little bit of scariness, but honestly, we need to find, I just said, we need to find additional ways for us to heal, right? Well, there's our way of healing. So it does lower our health on our target, but it can be very beneficial for us. Now, who do we want to put this on, I guess, is the question. I guess on Grape Shot Blast, this would be pretty good. Go ahead and toss that there. Also, a Thrilling Tablet in case something goes a little haywire. You know, I didn't really think about the fact that I just talked about how it's this, I can misplay even when I don't have a chat. I was so focused on this, I didn't even know maybe that was the wrong call. Okay. Well, I guess we'll just toss this on our friend here. This still is very good for him since we don't want him moving too much anyway. Maybe a little bit of a misplay there, but that's okay. Oh, one thing we did have here is he does have the land of killing blow on the Shroud. On the Leviathan, we get a trinket there, so that might be useful for us. We do have a Shroud here. Shambler's Eye. Increase damage per stress. This could be pretty good for us, especially because right now, I actually do think that this is a good time for us to go to the Shroud. We have a good amount of movement resist. Do we have any more? We don't have any drums, right? No. But I mean, our front rankers are doing 80 and 70% move resist. That's pretty good. So let's buy some food here. Do we have any... Nobody has any Shroud things, just kind of checking. No, Sprawl, Feather. Okay, that's fine. We'll give him the debuff resist. Well, actually, he doesn't need it as much. Let's give it to him. He's gonna, even if he blinds himself, he's just gonna go ahead and remove it most likely. So Occultist can have that because he has the highest disease resist. We'll save the candles and chocolate for now. And we need the wild tea. Pyromaniac could probably do with going away, honestly. We don't need him getting more ways to burn himself. He's already going to be doing that plenty as is. Wish we could get the Shroudmanek. We cannot. Anything here going to be useful? Bandages, well, again, we need to think about restorative items are going to be pretty useful for this team. Also, stimulants I'm going to take as well, just to have a little additional way to apply some strength. And then let's go ahead and see. I think we're going to try a Region 1 Leviathan here, which is not a terrible idea. I find Leviathan to be one of the easier bosses to prep for. You kind of have like some pretty easy, like, go for the speed or go for the move resist. In this case, we have a team that has some decent speed. I actually purposely kept Nervous on my Jester because it gives him that additional speed. All right, and where is the lair? Oh, I didn't see it, so that means it's probably early on. Okay, so we do have it after a cultist fight. We definitely want to go for that cultist node. It could definitely give us something really good, so we're just going to go straight through here. One of the side benefits of taking the Shambler spawn is that you never have to worry about your stress from picking which direction you go. Comes with the obvious downside of running into things and causing yourself some more pain in the sense of like getting repair fights and things like that. But overall, I think it's you don't have to worry about that like extra pip of stress because your team will never disagree because they don't know where they're going. So that's kind of like a side benefit, I would say. We should definitely take the fight. Neither of these have any additional benefits. Let's go for it. Hopefully we don't end up anything too tough too early on. Okay, we do have a baby. So things we need to worry about in this team. There's bleed, there's stress, there's movement, and there's disease. Those are, those are kind of the main things we're going to be dealing with here. The movement isn't that big a deal. This guy can only hit the front 2 ranks. Leper probably isn't going to get moved, but if he does, it's fine. And Jester, if Jester moves, he can move himself back, so I'm not super worried about that. So my options are to either try and bleed both of these guys, and you can see the bleed resist is lowered here, and that bleed resist being lowered is actually from the modifier for the region. So all of our bleed resists are actually lowered right now as well because of the region condition, but so is the enemies. So if you didn't know that, that's something people always tell me they don't know or didn't realize, is the region modifiers, things like lowered bleed resist or blight resist or whatever the case is, if it can affect the enemy, it will affect the enemy. Things like, so there's definitely a lot of things that maybe don't affect the hero or whatever the case is, like battlefield modifiers, like you're not going to get surprise on your side or something, but So let's take a look at our turn order. My priority here is going to be taking on the baby first, I think. So I'm just going to go for the hit here. I think we get a good amount of damage. We have a high likelihood of bleeding. Yeah, Briny Spray is definitely one of the more irritating things we're going to get hit with here. It's one of the more potent stress heals you're going to see. So let's just go ahead and give ourselves strength, and then we'll go shoot the baby here. That should put it, pretty much to him being dead. So that's going to be good for us here. I'm going to go ahead and just Chaotic Offering right off the bat. Okay, we did get a movement there. Not the worst thing that can happen for us. Okay, Crit Sodden Rigging. Interesting. They're not really supposed to open with that move. I say they're not supposed to. Like, they can, but go ahead and withstand here. He can definitely take a lot of abuse. He has Poet, so he does get those additional little bits and bobs. Let's get rid of that bleed. Just keep that down, and then we'll try. I'm going to blind this guy if I can. We can't. That's fine. Wow. A couple random crits right off the bat. That's fine. That's what it is. Go ahead and Anamnesis here. Nice. Pretty good there. Now, we have to remember Jester does additional damage against bleeding targets. So who has a turn here? He does. Let's go ahead and kill him. Prioritizing enemies that have turns still, so that way we can remove them from the roster before they have a chance to go. Generally a good strategy. Okay, we have our turn again now. Go ahead and just pistol shot here. Just solid DPS. That's what he thrives at doing, so. Yeah, we are at 6 bleed now, which is not great, but it's fine. Goating Gargoyle doing some work for us there. So we're basically, Goating Gargoyle puts us back to regular chop level, like 8 to 9. I think it's 7 to 15 for his regular damage. Oh, wow, a nautical compass right off the bat, too. Okay, let's take a look at where this is going. Nautical compass has its benefits. It does have its issues as well. Biggest one being that it just constantly drives your stress up, but that's nothing we can't deal with. So do we give it here? This is usually a good spot. I am kind of curious about Anamnesis getting this. I mean, this would be really good on Leper, but I'm really trying to lean into Simple Flower here. I'm curious as to who this is going to be best on. We definitely want to keep Greater Anchoring Charm here. I'm going to try this. I kind of want to see what we can do with Anamnesis, if I'm entirely honest. This isn't going to do much for him, but I guess it's better than what we've got going on right now. So probably just going to drop that Sacrificial Host. I don't think that's really doing much for us. We are going to go for the Cultist fight, though. Again, we're just trying to... You eventually just kind of have to make decisions about what you're doing. Now, this is an interesting one because I don't think we get too much value out of Anamnesis here, but it could be fine for us. Harvest is actually one of the worst things we can use in this fight. Because of the fact that it will only hit, if it's double barricade, it's only going to hit 2 barricades. We don't have anything that we can use here, so realistically, I just hope this isn't a Warlord, but if it is, I think we'll be okay. Okay, single barricade and weapon rack. So weapon rack is kind of one of the rarer, if not the rarest, outside of the Warlord combination that you're going to see here. The benefit being that I can hit it with this, but it's not really necessary. So I'm just going to go ahead and Encore into Anamnesis here. Because it's an AoE hit, it will hit everybody, including the guarded guys, right? So that's great for us. Of course, it will give him bleed, though, so that is something to think about. We're going to withstand with the Leper. We're going to just let him eat as much of this damage as possible. And then Grape Shot Blast allows us to, again, just hit 2 people here. We do get the benefit out of both of those heals, so that's good. I'll go ahead and withstand here. Yeah, those guards and blocks and all that can be very annoying. We're not going to be able to get another Anamnesis off, obviously. Right now, my biggest thing is just going to be keeping him alive. He has a massive amount of bleed on him for a guy with 42 health, so that's not great. Yeah, probably hitting 4 targets that can all bleed and all that fun stuff. Not a great idea, huh? Oh, the bleed is going to be our undoing here. I'm actually just going to go ahead and remove that. That's definitely worth the issue there. And I don't want to get the double bleed here, so if I'm going to do this, we might as well just hit only one of them, because then we only get 1 bleed. Ooh, we do get a... What did we get that from? Oh, because he's bleeding, right. So he gets the crit token from the from Severed Finger, the bleed effect on it, which is pretty good. I forgot that they changed that effect on it, honestly. It's a pretty good one. Yeah, these fights are always a slog. Everybody always talks about how much of a slog they are. And they're not wrong. It's definitely a lot. I'm going to go ahead and Solemnity here. Get that nice beefy heal. And we can Anamnesis here, so let's just go for it. Yeah, it's going to stack him on bleed again, but it's only 2 that time. He resisted the bleed that time, unfortunately. I'm going to try for the blind. We didn't get it. That's unfortunate. This will at least remove the corpse, which pulls him forward. That's good. And then I'm hoping Highwayman can seal the deal here. Should be able to. If not, it dazes him, which at least allows our Leper to finish him off. Yeah, all right, there we go. All right, not too shabby there. Could have been a little better there. We did end up using all of our bandages, but hey, that's what they're there for. And when you get 2 Adrenaline Tonic and 2 Smoke Bombs out of it, I'd say that's a good trade. Really, the best thing about those fights is going to be the fact that you get 2 full stacks of items out of it. That's going to be the best thing you get out of those fights. Now, I am a little worried about the bleed we're going to see in this fight up here, but we're just going to kind of have to deal with it. Dots are going to be our undoing, I think, with a team like this. So, okay, we'll definitely take that blind for sure. Yeah, let me know if you guys enjoy this kind of style of video. I've tried to do offline videos quite a lot over the years, but it is difficult to maintain doing. Double Herald is definitely annoying here, but I think our priority is the damage dealers. The stress we can deal with, the damage not so much. Now, of course, getting double first trumpeted would be terrible, and of course, none of the blinds proccing is also not particularly great, but what can you do about it? Yeah, those dots are going to be pretty rough for us, man. That is a huge amount of damage those guys can do right off the cuff. So let's go ahead and just hit both of these guys. Get those bleeds going. Good combos there as well. Love that. Good dodge? No, no dodge. Fortunate. So yeah, the bleeds, I mean, they've hit through every single blind that they have been given, so that is not great for us, to say the least. Yeah, that is not a good start. We do have a lot of regen, though, which is... Well, not regen. We have a few regenerative items, which is good. And Clarion Calls are actually probably the better option for us here. I'm hoping this blind actually procs. Okay, that's good. That was a good blind. Now we can Anamnesis here, which is good. We do get the weakness here, which is unfortunate, but we get the bleed on all four of them, which is nice. If we can get Beck and Call, would actually be quite good for this. So 7, he's dead. 7... is this one still going? That one's still going. I can do 3 to 6 here. I'm actually... I don't want to use the smoke bomb, honestly. Let's just get the double heal. We need to keep him topped off. It's going to be important for us. This will at least hit through the combo, but not enough to do that. Yeah, I was hoping we wouldn't get another first trumpet, honestly. Thankfully, if anybody's going to take it, I guess it's at least good as the guy who can heal himself very well right now. So as long as he's hitting 2 targets... He's healing himself for 8, which is outpacing those dots right now, so that's good. Not bad. Okay, let's go ahead and encore him. It does give him more bleed, but that's fine. First trumpet, man. It has quickly become one of the moves that I think is very much the most unfair move. Well, not the most unfair, but one of the most unfair moves in the game currently. Just because of the fact it can be... Excuse me, I'm drinking Coke. That it can be spammed so aggressively. I just find it very, like... It's just tough to... It's tough to see how it's valid that an enemy can do, like, that amount of damage that much, but... You know, for not having a healer, we're doing okay. It's just a lot of dot on that fight, huh? Okay, so we get Cruel Intent. So what's the idea here, right? The idea is that we take off Goading. Is like, so Goading Gargoyle counteracts this to a degree, right? These two don't work together. They don't operate together. Gain on crit blind. I don't know. I don't think it works for us. It doesn't even work on like honestly the nerf. This is almost a nerf on Leper that ends up making it a nerf on everything, because I just find myself never wanting to run it. I'm sure there's a way to get this to pop off, but I just don't think it works for what we're going for right now, so I'm just gonna skip it. Okay, thankfully there's nothing on the road here. The biggest thing about this fight is going to be getting through it without dying horrendously early on. I think that's going to be our biggest thing, is getting through this without a crap ton of stress, a slew of other issues, whatever the case is, you know. Like, we're not going into it amazingly well prepared. I think we can take on the Leviathan, assuming that we get through the first 2 fights without too much. And if we end up beat up, we end up beat up, and we just don't take the rest of it. So let's talk about threat analysis here on this fight. A lot of stress and a lot of bleed from these guys. The disease is a major threat. He's not as big an issue, except for the fact he does a decent amount of damage in this situation. The biggest threat from him is usually all hands on deck. He can't actually do that from this position. He can only do it from rank 4, so I'm actually quite okay with him being there. How do I take care of the baby as effectively as possible? I don't know. I think I'm just gonna hope that we can kill it before it goes, honest. I mean, obviously that's the answer, but can we? I don't know. Okay. We can definitely... Let's go ahead and encore him, actually. And not for Anamnesis. I'm gonna encore him to pull the baby. This will remove the corpse and stop the, him from still being able to do all hands on deck. That's definitely, I mean, the block is annoying, but I think we can, we can eat through it, so. And we get a token out of it. Pretty good there, I'm happy with that. Yeah, now Chloral Grief is an annoying ability. It tends to hit hard all the time. I don't think I've ever seen that ability not hit for, like, a crit. I'm sure I have, I'm just exaggerating, but it feels like it crits all the time, which is very annoying, but... the big thing it's going to do now is bleed anybody who hits him, so he's basically Kyrogen right now, which is super fun. We may need to use our triage kit here. Let's go ahead and withstand, and just force the damage into him for now. Because he can Solemnity off, like, everything. My focus at this point is going to be just trying to get the Occultist to heal himself so we don't have to use our triage kit. Which would be nice. Okay. That's a big heal. It's not perfect, but it's big. So now we see if we can kill these guys. 5 to 9. Decent. There's a chance we kill here. We didn't get it, but we will get the kill here then. Actually, Grapeshot Blast is going to do the work for us there. Okay, and again, we get the... We're still topping ourselves off with the heal. I don't think he's low enough for us to heal. He only has a 3 bleed now, so he's not going to be able to Solemnity here. I would like to kill him, yeah, now, before the Occultist takes a huge hit of bleed and burn. Okay, so... I guess this is the make or break moment here. Can we do this? I don't... Oh, no, we're not there yet. We still got one more fight. I thought we were done with that. Okay. This is a much more threatening fight, in my opinion. The biggest benefit here is that these guys, as long as they hit him, aren't going to be too much of a threat. I am going to pull the captain now, though. I'm going to go ahead and encore here. We're just going to try to withstand. We're going to withstand here just to let him get, like, hopefully some regen and some block plus or whatever he... Wait, what's he gonna get? It's the... I think it's the regen. Or block plus, sorry. No, I'm wrong. Well, it could be both with sudden rigging, I guess. I don't want to use Smoke Bomb here if I can avoid it. Not because it's bad to use right now, but because I would much rather use it against... Yes, there we go. That's what we want to see. I'd much rather use it against the Leviathan, right? That's going to be a better time to use that. Okay, we'll take the regen. Got the crit lens, it's okay. Okay, 8 to 14. I guess we go here. The captain's annoying, but I don't think he's as big a threat right now. Being in the position that he is. Yeah, that's now he can hit those ranks, which is annoying, but no days. We do get the heal. Okay, let's get our stress down. Maybe going for the hit there was the better option. I'm not entirely sure, but... I can't kill him here. That weakness token really causing us problems. He's gonna be able to hit up there anyway, so let's just hit her. Like he's gonna be able to take care of this problem. So... Okay, they went for Whetstone. That's great. Pulling here isn't guaranteed to do much, but it might kill her. There we go. It does. Pulls him forward. And then there's a dodge there, so... Excellent. A little bit more regen will be good for us. Who can we heal? Yourself. There we go. Sure, hopefully we kill him before he then procs a bunch of bleed, but that's fine. Okay. Think we're doing okay. What do we get out of this? We get Bleeding Cure. Oh, we do get Beck and Call. Okay. If bleeding extra action could be very good with Encore. We also get Fisherman's Line. This can also work really well with Beck and Call. Beck and Call, Fisherman's Line, Anamnesis with a serrated item. He's just doing huge amounts of bleed to everybody. If we can make this pop off, we've got the beginnings of a really good run here.
They must be made to see that their
But, of course, big thing being making this pop off. So that's the conundrum we have to deal with here. Thankfully, Leper can deal with the blind very effectively, so that's good. Just try to hit here. Yeah, it's fine. The 5 damage, though, is going to be semi-problematic, for sure. I don't even think we try for the Anamnesis. I don't know. I don't think it's really going to do much for us. I'm noticing my lack of damage is fairly noticeable at this point. This is a very beefy boss to have very low damage on. Okay, we did get the bleed on both of them. That's great. So he's gonna get hit, not the other way around. Like, he's gonna get pulled for the undertow. I can't kill the hand quite yet. I mean, I need to just keep doing damage to him while also trying to let the hand, you know, die. Can't dodge this, obviously. There's a hope that he doesn't get pulled. Oh, fuck. Okay. He did. Tidal Surge hit through the blinds. So that's... Oh, what do we get? Algal Bloom, right? No? Oh, okay. Okay, so that's the hand dead. That's fine. Leper's not where I want him, but that's okay. We can work with this. Yeah, the bleed is... The Algal Bloom bleed is definitely not what I'm looking for right now. That's for sure. I need those blinds to, like, stick, man. Oh, those crits are good. That's definitely helpful. Thankfully, Leper can work from here. It's just, please stick. Okay, so that sticks. We get a heal out of that, which is always, I find, funny. He's just gonna kind of constantly heal himself. Okay, Eyes of the Storm went on him. That's actually where we kind of want Eyes of the Storm to go, if we're entirely honest. I'm gonna go for a stand here. We're gonna let it eat those batters and just kind of go from there. Was that the right call? I don't know, man. It does give him additional move resist, though, too. So, like, that makes him much less likely to be in a position where that's gonna do much to him. Just gonna give him regen. And we get the miss on Tidal Surge there finally, which is good. Let's go for the crit hit there. We do want the hand, like, gone. We don't want it to just live, to linger for all eternity. So fuck it, we'll just go ahead and get rid of it then, huh? Or not. Just giving him more regen, so that's beneficial for us. Yeah. It is going to stress him every time, though, so, like, that's not particularly great. But we do now have 6 regen on him, so, like, I guess that's fine. You know, we take that. That's a big heal. Not a big fan of the crit Tidal Surge there. Okay, this I don't need on anybody quite yet. I don't know. Do I heal? No, just do damage. He's actually probably one of our biggest damage dealers right now, so... Get rid of the stress. This is a very slow Leviathan fight, which is like not ideal, right? Like I don't particularly care for that, but yeah. Okay. Again, it's on him. He's very unlikely he gets pulled here, but I mean, it could happen. Man, Tidal Surge, I feel like Tidal Surge is guaranteed to crit on one person every time. I mean, that's what it feels like. I know that's not the case, but it just like the way it like is always critting somebody, man. Okay. Yeah, the batter there ain't great. Hopefully it doesn't double. Okay. Yeah, and that's the unfortunate thing we're gonna be dealing with here if we keep him going. Plus the algae right now, or the barnacles, definitely not helping the situation. That's doing such little damage to him. Five, 8. Ugh. Just upped him to 7.
Fight through the fatigue.
That's an unfortunate crit. Okay. Hey, a meltdown on this fight is not wild or unheard of. It's okay. He's just gonna heal himself for a huge amount and not bleed himself. Okay. Now I'm scared. If I'm gonna be scared, now it's the time for me to be scared. He is hitting for very good damage right now, though, which is good. Okay, that's a great crit for us. We're gonna absolutely go for that. Okay. I think we're gonna be okay here. Would love if that actually did real damage, but that's fine. Why is it? Oh, it's nautical compass. I was like, why is that stressing him out every time? It's not. It's just nautical compass. Leper's like, dude, I don't care. This is great. I love this. Just reach. I mean, he doesn't like the stress, but like beyond that, he's fine, dude. Simple Flower absolutely just helping us troll this fight. Okay. Okay. Ooh! Sound clip that. And Iron Constitution. Nice. Okay, we take that. Okay. Okay, so, hand is going... What's the play here? The hand is going to hit one of these two. I'm gonna do this. We're gonna break the armor. Then that's gonna die. And then he goes, and then he... Oh, and we get the killing shot on him, which is good, because that's what we actually wanted. We get our hero trinket then, which is Tormenting Locket. Actually pretty good for us, because he is in rank 4. Okay. I would say overall that was pretty good. We got a very interesting amount of stuff from that. We did get double Alga Bloom, which sucks, but like, hey, we live with it. Bleed resist, I will take, absolutely. The stealth is whatever, I don't really care. Now, Tormenting Locket. if rank 4 plus 10% crit. Now we can't use open vein from this rank, right? So like we're losing out on that, but we do gain an additional 10% crit, which is great. The +1 bleed dealt is interesting because we could potentially get open vein popping off with this build. We could even, like, if I'm not using tracking shot, we could do this, and then when Jester moves himself back, like, we can use open vein, right? So then we have that available to us. Do we have a serrated item? I don't think we do. So once we get a serrated item going, I think the play is going to be putting Fisherman's Line on him for over Greater Anchoring Charm. If bleeding, extra action. And these are some really good trinkets. -2 bleeding received as well is pretty good. Is very good, actually. I'm going to go for this. I don't really think we cared that much about the damage. But that'll also help with the issue of how much bleeding is going to happen because of the of Beck and Call. So, all right, what do we have ahead of us? Now we can try to relax a little bit. Everybody wants to go to the left. Let's not cause a mass meltdown, shall we? Oasis would be great for our stress, but it doesn't help us if everybody starts with a meltdown. So, you know, we got to take what we can do here. But yeah, that was pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that one, honestly. I mean, Leviathan definitely put us through the paces there. We had a meltdown, so our relationships aren't great. Resolute helps a little bit with that, so we somewhat balance those scales. I think he can take the hit more than the Leper can, right? Yeah, I don't want to put them... That's 25 torch, though. Oof. That's negative on both. We gotta take something that gives us something positive, right? It is a lot of torch, but food is also nice for us right now. I'm gonna leave the slime mold. I can avoid it. Okay, that puts us in good. Now we don't have to buy much in the way of food at all, so that's good. That means we can save some of our baubles and relics. So we're doing okay on baubles, right? How are we doing on mastery points? That's another thing. We have 1 mastery point after that. One of the downsides of taking on a lair is you do put yourself in a situation where mastery points are not super common because you only get like 1 mastery point for the lair. So, which I know is kind of a topic of debate, but I mean, now I have access to the mountain and also have like a super bleed focus build potentially, which could be really interesting, for sure. We take the torchlight option, get our torchlight back up. We don't want torchlight getting too low. Whiskey bottle is a good option for us as well. It's nice for our relationships. That's fine. And then I guess we'll go take a candle if we're going to take an option between the two. Okay, another assistance encounter. This one's militia. Could potentially give us, again, some more stuff up here, which will allow us to not spend as much money in the inn. So we can focus on buying other things. We've got food taken care of. If we can get stagecoach stuff taken care of, then our baubles aren't going to get hit so much. We only have 43 of them, so anything we can do to stop us spending too many baubles is going to be beneficial. 40 torch for an armor, -25 for torch for 2 food. Oh, and he has an option here, which is for 2 combat items for 5 torch. That's actually really good. Now, the armor is, like, I know that that's, like, 6 baubles that I'm not going to spend, but this could be really good for us. I'm going to take this one. Combat items, okay, that's not the best item. Well, let's not say that. That definitely helps us with healing, and that is a problem with this team, right? If we get burned, it's not going to be, and nobody's going to be happy about it, so... Blight is obviously not a non-issue in this region, but we have other regions to go through, so... I say it might be an issue. And with a pillager fight coming up, there's a decent enough likelihood we're going to need those burn salves anyway. So, which we won't, but... Speed is definitely not in our favor here. We're going to go ahead and... Oh, what are we going to do here? I'm just going to start knocking out stress immediately. I don't want to melt down, right? There is a lot of bleed potential with this team. Front mortar should hopefully not do anything besides just give him regen and a block plus token, so I'm cool with that. And let's just go ahead and pull him.
Agony by accumulation.
Okay. That hits, it kills him. Okay. That was a risky gamble with the riposte, but sometimes you gotta be risky, right? You just gotta do the risky thing.
Straightforward and effective.
If dodge doesn't work for me, it shouldn't work for them. Okay, 2 bleed here. Let's go ahead and withstand here. It could solemnity, but I'm gonna withstand. I don't want him getting hit with a big bleed right now from low blow, so we'll let him just take it. It's fine. And again, he can solemnity himself, so the stress isn't as big a deal on him as it is on like maybe the jester or somebody else. I can work with that. I can fix that. I can fix that. That's a great stress heal for us right there. Let's take full advantage of that. And then let's heal him. Okay, classic 1 bleed occultist here. Another crit. I mean, the dog has high crit rate, but, you know, we're just kind of getting eaten by crits right now. I'm just going to go ahead and solemnity. It's not the best time to solemnity. Obviously, the heal would be preferable, but I don't have the option right now. There's going to be a finishing blow. Oh, where is he getting this stress from? Oh, nervous. Oh, okay. Yeah, let's just kill the dog now. We have a crit heal now available to us, so that's good. We'll go ahead and blind here. Okay, blind works. We can just hit the corpse. It's fine. This is risky, but this is the kind of behavior we're gonna have to lean into here. The cultist fight is probably the scariest fight that I'm gonna have to take right now. Unfortunately, well, that's a crit heal. Unfortunately, I won't be able to stop him from dying here and getting that heal, but I probably misplayed a little bit by hitting him. I could have just skipped hitting him, and then he would have been, you know, he would have been able to hit somebody, but like that would have been okay. Assuming that he maybe went for somebody who could take that damage, but I can't predict everything as much as people might think I can. All right, cultist fight. That I can predict is going to be annoying. I don't really have anything I need to focus on here besides just killing them quickly. Hopefully, I'm going to maybe go for an Anamnesis here. I don't know if that's the best call. At least we're not going to get double first trumpeted off, like, immediately. Okay, Clarion Call is fine. That's not damage. I'm fine with no damage right now. I don't have Purge for some reason, but that's fine. Okay, the Immobilized without the... Yeah, it is what it is. Okay, I'm gonna go for it. I got a lot of enemies that want to die here.
A slow dissection.
I have to be cautious about the mass crit, though, that's for sure. My prioritization is a little wonky right now. I don't really know where I need to prioritize. Killing the Herald will definitely be good for us, so let's just get rid of him. Okay, Herald is now dead, so we don't have to worry about him. No first trumpets we have to worry about. That's a daze. Gonna go for the crit heal here. Okay. These guys very rarely don't do their AoE when they have a crit available to them, so we're gonna get crit there, yeah. This is scary. At this point, I am officially, like, in scary territory. Okay, I'm going to jump myself forward, and we're gonna let Occultist sit back here for a second. At least he can't be hit now, outside of Rush Judgment, so that's good. We have another crit heal here, so I'm gonna go for it. Oh my god. Crit heal, bleed 1. Oh, that's very unfortunate. Natural crit. Okay. Oh. Thankfully, outside of something crazy happening right now, I don't think Occultist can die from the bleed. Right? Now he can't for sure, but... Thankfully, they're a little dumb when it comes to Nocturne Commune and how they use it. Man, Nervous is really... What is the chance on Nervous? It's 10%, man. I feel like it's more than that. Get that one dead. A kill is a kill. Kill is an enemy that is not hitting us right now. He can't take the hit, right? Like if that crit hits, it's gonna be 8 damage. So as much as I would love to blind him, that's a 50-50 that it's just gonna... Okay, that's gonna melt us down, isn't it? Ooh, no, close though. Alright. Ooh, a little scary when Occultist is your only primary healer. Those dot fights are... Oh, okay. Those dot fights are scary, man. They really... They creep up on you. Like, god damn, that's it's not fun. But hey, it is what it is. We did survive. We're like... We've got a lot of good items, so like, this team is doing well. I probably need to try harder to focus on Anamnesis. It is hard to focus on it while also focusing on healing, right? So that's the issue. I knew that'd be the issue going into this, kind of where he's my only healer. Like, is he the damage dealer? Is he a healer? If I can make the Anamnesis pop off, it's really, really good. But that's the big issue, right? Is can you make it pop off? Our relationships are not looking great right now. Fanatic, Fearing, Tippler, Tracker. Okay, that's fine. Nothing too bad. We do have a bounty hunter, so, you know, if we wanted to pop off Occultist, I mean, that'd be scary because he is also our healer, as much as he's not great at it right now. You know, there are options there. Now, let's see. Occultist and anybody can get it on. Let's go for... Well, actually, let's also check about where we can get the most use of our stress. Let's go for him and Sarmenti, because they're both really stressed right now. We get a +6 out of that. Amazing. That's so good for us. Excellent. Okay, Al and Baldwin, can we get you guys up? Okay, we can, and we reduce a little bit of stress there. Amazing. Okay, so we get them out of there not feeling great. Al has something that's... Oh, he's studying disposition. That's great. So that's helping us. We just need to get his relationships out of that, like, shithole. Which is easier said than done, but we do have a good amount of money. Let's first of all check our Wainwright. And let's just dump the money here, because we know we're going to use it. Where are we going to go? We do have a Tangle Almanac, which is very helpful for us. We can get a Greater Heartseeker. I'm not super sure I care that much about it, but the Almanac is enough to make me think that we need to go this way. And the bleed isn't crazy bad there, but I mean, obviously it can be a problem, so we want to be a little cautious about just taking Beck and Call and going for it. I can't afford anything down here, so let's not even worry about it. Let's just focus on our relationships. And I mean, this is just a good item to try. Okay, that doesn't get much better than that, honestly. That's amazing. That's great. Let's try Sarmenti and Baldwin. Also, I have all these calming incense. I would rather spend the money on that than another... No, that was the wrong one. It's Sarmenti and Al, isn't it? Yep, Submarine now. I don't know why I said Baldwin. Thankfully, we have another whiskey. Bit of a waste there, huh?
On the road to damnation.
Misclicks happen to anybody. Okay, so that gets them into like 0 and like 5, which is fine. 0, 5, positive, 0, 33. Okay, good. We've good stuff going on in the relationship department. Let's go ahead and give him that. We'll give him that. We'll give these guys some bread. Okay. Now, temptation. Who do we want to put temptation on? Honestly, if we're really leaning into the whole owl thing, let's go for that. That's going to be really solid for us. The thing about Card Bodkin and Greater Clotting Cure is they kind of counter each other, don't they? In that sense, I'm not even sure that they're like really. I don't think the Jester's trinkets right now are great. I'd rather not run Bodkin if I like. And also, we need to think about a serrated item, don't we? I don't have any serrated options for us right now, so maybe these count as serrated, right? No. If I had a serrated item, I would run Fisherman's Line with him, and I'll give Nautical Compass. I still think we can give Nautical Compass somewhere else, and it'd be better. I'm just going to do this for now. I mean, people are going to be bleeding. I think that's going to be a better trinket for us right now than what we've got going on. Let's go ahead and get the Calming Incense going. I need ways to deal with the stress. We can also take the Whittling Tools. That's good. Whittling Tools, most stress person. Most stress. Doesn't really matter now at this point. There we go. All right, so that got our stress handled. I'm just going to go ahead and put the Beck and Call on. Like, I don't want to be afraid of the Collector, you know? I want to take him on. I'm here to fight him. So I'm gonna go ahead and upgrade Anamnesis, and we are really gonna try to lean into this ability. I may not need to use Chaotic Offering. Well, I will. I still need to use Chaotic Offering, but we'll see. What else do I want to upgrade here? Do we want to upgrade Chop for the additional damage? Do we want to upgrade Pistol Shot for the stun value? Let's go ahead and upgrade Pistol Shot. Okay, and then is there anything else we want? Let's definitely grab the Clotting Poultice, and let's grab the Clotting Powders. If we're going to be risking the bleed right now, let's go ahead and just give people some additional bleed resist. To at least stop them from getting absolutely murked immediately, if we can avoid it. That's going to be better for us here. All right, let's go to the Tangle and see what we can get into. We don't need to take on the General, thankfully. That'd be a pretty risky fight at this point. Please be good. Hey, they respect one another. I like that. I respect those guys for respecting each other. I think that's important. Like, we make those distinctions. It's a good time to make those distinctions. All right, through the Tangle we go. Let's see what we got going on here. Cultist fights are definitely a priority. They're scary for this team, but I say they're definitely a priority. This team is feeling pretty good as far as cultist trinkets go, honestly. I'm trying to think what cultist trinkets we really want at this point. Like, we have some really solid trinkets. Do we want to go out of our way to get more of them just because we have the Shambler spawn? Or is that too risky? I think we go for the fight anyway, but these fights are risky, right? Like, I guess the other benefit is mastery points. Like, we know they're going to be mastery points. And it's also good for relationships to a degree. This could definitely be Collector. We got everything on that we can have, so let's go for it. Enemy ambush. That's, yeah, okay. That's a little scary, for sure. For sure. We can make, oh god, he does so much damage to himself like that, though. That's crazy. Six bleed is not bad. Go ahead and withstand here. Now, of course, that's more bleed for us. That's 10 bleed right now. $14 bleed, 8 bleed. Okay. Good resist on the bleed, thank you. Again, another great resist on the bleed. Get that stress down, buddy. Been a little stressed out, huh? Fat heal. Love that. Not fat heal. Don't love that. Was hoping for the stun there. Didn't get it. That's death for him, though, which is good. 12 bleed. Excellent. Okay, so you can see that we can get some funny haha bleeds here. Doesn't necessarily make it the best thing to do, but it's funny if we can get it working. That's a crit. Let's go for it.
A little help impeccably timed.
He has resisted all of those bleeds. Good for him. Sure. Okay. Yeah, I mean, it can get some funny bleeds. It's not really... I didn't intend for this to be a bleed team, but it's kind of turned into one, huh? Ambush was definitely like the worst thing we could have run into in that situation. Now, my concern about cultist fights, actually, now that I think about it, the biggest concern I have about cultist fights is gonna be the bleed. I think we avoid the cultist fights at this point. I think they are not worth it. I think the cultist trinkets are great. We've already got some. If we get forced into one or feeling really good or whatever, then maybe. But, like, man, we would have to murder the crap out of those cultists very quickly. Because the Evangelist bleed is just going to murder us. And not slowly. That being said, we could get something really good out of it. I could get, I don't know, Sickening Silence or something. Double Bishop, interesting. It's a lot of stress on double Bishop fight. I'm not really that worried about the, I'm really not that worried about the, whatchamacallit, the Raise the Dead mechanic, if I'm entirely honest. It's mostly just the, like, the Purge the Unworthy stuff that really annoys me with this particular team, but... Now that was a fun start. That was a very fun start.
Measure out your violence and apply it judiciously.
Now, see, if you kill things fast enough, you don't have to worry about them, you know, bleeding the shit out of you, but... I'm guessing you got that from Respectful proc on Fate to Black or Harvest. I'm like, okay, yeah. I was like, how the hell did he get that? Let's keep our stress down. Right now we're in decent, like, tippy-top shape, right? We should be... Really haven't used double tap much. I should be smarter about using it. I kind of forget about it. Because it's not the, like, the double tap, you know what I mean? I don't have a way to hit that rank, so we'll just let him hit into me. You'd see against the non-dot team that we did significantly better here. We're not ending up spending the whole time just, like, suffering. Because really, we can do pretty well when we don't have to worry about dots. It's also a slower team, which was helpful. Calibrating sensor, don't really care about, especially the lowest tier calibrating sensor. Not really doing anything for me that I don't already have going on for myself, so.
Think carefully.
It's tough, man. I mean, this thing makes me want to go for cultist trinkets, right? That doesn't mean that we have to. Like, there's no thing saying we have to. The other benefit is going to be mastery. I'm going to take the one cultist fight. I'm going to regret this. I'm going to get bled out and be like, man, I shouldn't have done this because I got bled by the evangelist like 60 times. Also a cultist, or this fight beforehand, which could be collector. But it's not going to be, because that would just be way too... I am actually livid at myself. I can't make this up. That I don't have something that tells me collector's going to spawn. It's elite collector. I don't think we can do this personally, but we're gonna give it our damnedest. And he resisted immediately. Oh my god. Immediately where we're standing. Okay, thankfully we do have a crit token, so we're gonna get a crit Anamnesis off the bat, which is like, that's pretty good, right? Oh my god, I can't believe this. I mean, I can, but I can't, right? Like, come on, video game. His bleed is what scares me. Yeah, he's doing a 6 bleed. Oh, and he gets another turn immediately. Right into... Yep, there it is. That's what I'm worried about. We're gonna get... Oh no, she just scared him! But it's okay, because I have this! Oh, I lied. That's pretty sexy. That's pretty sexy, guys. It's not everything I wanted it to be, though. It's not like that's gonna, like... I don't know, change the world or anything, but... How did he get a crit token? Excuse me? I have questions that need answering.
Extinguished at last.
Okay, I'm cool with getting rid of him. Yay, crit lifesteal! I mean, okay, he doesn't get... He gets half the heal that he was gonna get there. We really have to just, like, hope that these stacked up bleeds start doing some work, man.
A steady subtraction, an invariable result.
Okay. I mean, these are some really good bleeds.
The fiend's strength dwindles. Cooperation is the key.
Can I stun him? Okay. Okay, that's fine. She's dead. So I don't have to worry about her healing him. Okay, I think we're okay. All things considered, those big bleeds definitely doing some really good work for us. More of them, please. Okay.
A slow dissection. An unavoidable end. A deliberate and methodical appliance of harm.
Wow. Anamnesis absolutely saving the day. That was one of the cleanest collectors I've had. Wow. Anamnesis and Beck and Call. If we didn't have Beck and Call, I mean, that would have been a lot scarier. Oh my god.
In this weighty gloom.
Alright, what do we get? Hey, Junior. Junior, hey. We'll get some mastery. We're talking about mastery issues. One thing I'm kind of tempted to do here is to just, like, it's only 2 less bleed, but, like, put that on there for when we're going and see Evangelist, which is about to happen. Target hero remove. Are we targeting any heroes? Not really. This is not a great one. If this on Sergeant these days is incredible. It's not doing anything for us, though, unfortunately. It's a good trinket. It's better than it was, but we're not targeting heroes very often outside of occultists, so it's gonna go away. I'm sorry. I know. I mean, I would have loved to see Dismas's head, but I don't have it, so alas. Yeah, I'm tempted here for us going to this cultist fight to just toss on Bodkin on him and just see if this like helps us through this particular like set of things going on. We might get an extra action out of it too. And just hope that that's like, hey, now he doesn't bleed for like 400. I mean, it's still gonna... Does the beckon call effect double the effects of negative bleeding? Does a negative bleed count as a bleed just in reverse, and then it just doubles it, so it just negates? And of course, there's double evangelist, right? I think we just lean straight heavy into the as much. Of course, they both resisted the bleed. Okay, let's go for the stun. Crit as well. Amazing, fantastic. Okay, he gets the extra action. We're gonna go for chaotic offering here. They're sturdy, so they're gonna be taking additional damage and whatnot. And then I'm gonna go ahead and pull him. Or I'm gonna think about pulling him. I really just put that into my mind that pulling him was something I wanted to do, but obviously I didn't, you know, put that into the world enough. We both resisted the bleeds, which was the important one to resist out of those two. Okay, he only gets bled for 2. Like, that's fine. We like that. I stand being bled for 2. The burn I don't like, but whatever. What you gonna do about it? I would like it if the bleeds would stick here. What's their bleed resist? Not very high. The fact that both of them resisted it. Oh, okay, again, with the constant resisting, not great. The multiple crits though, loving that. That I'm a fan of. That I'm getting behind. There we go. That's better. Now I pull you, and you will. Okay. Can we talk about that? What's your move resist, little guy? Because you're about to first trumpet me, aren't you? Yes, you are, and it's gonna crit.
Agony.
Of course. Why did I get? That's weird. Oh, because I resisted it the first time and then got hit with the second time, right? Yeah. Oh boy, howdy. How I love that. This is gonna miss. Yeah, you know, sometimes you just get that feeling in the back of your head. You're like, that's gonna do the thing. We're just gonna get rid of that. All right. He's dead. Blind is more important than bleed. Dead. Herald is dead.
One less obstacle in
And then I can try to bleed you for more. God damn, dude, what's with the resists? You do not have that high a bleed resist, right?
can make all
But-
the difference.
Okay, I can't complain about my own crits though. Those have been phenomenal. All right, we're just gonna go ahead and do our own thing here. Try to get some heals for the occultist here.
Measure out your violence and apply it
Nice.
judiciously.
I probably should have just solemnity there, right? And then I just reduced the stress. He was gonna die anyway, so
Scavenge what you can.
hardened hearts.
and
Okay,
off once more.
I don't dislike it because this team is so susceptible to dots, but I don't know if I like it either.
A simple choice.
Honestly, I don't think that's worth taking another cultist fight. The mastery point, we've got 4 mastery points. I say we just skip around it. Like, yes, I know Shambler spawn, yes, I know, but like, we also,
Mind the wheels.
like, the things we need from that, we've kind of already taken care of. We have a really solid, like, going here. Those fights are so risky at this point that I think it's just time we just try to get some other things going. We need money, I need, you know, friendship, happiness, the respect of my peers. I'm not talking about the video game anymore. The other thing I need to start doing, if I'm gonna do these offline videos, I need to start asking questions and being like, hey, what is, and if you're watching this, you are legally obligated, first of all, to subscribe, and then second of all, you are legally obligated to answer this question. What is your favorite trinket in the game? One of my favorite trinkets, and the one that I don't get to play with often enough, is bile gland. Because you have to find it through one of the academic studies. I haven't seen it in forever, but the funniness that you can get off of it with like Bello just hitting 4 people and blighting all of them and bleeding all, you know, like, or just some crazy shenanigans with like Plague Doctor just doing insane amounts of dots. I think there's just so much like goofiness that you can get off of it that it just makes for one of those trinkets that's like, oh yeah, this is a good time in my opinion. Yeah, I love those kinds of trinkets. Like, I know, I think, and again, comment if you're the case. I think a lot of people really like just like the straight up like, this is a benefit, like the sharpness charm, you know, it's just damage. And those trinkets are good. Like, those trinkets win runs, absolutely. But I find the funny, crazy combination trinkets to be the best things. Those are the most fun, in my opinion. The ones that just send you off the rails, like, what is happening right now? Like, if Algo Bloom on him, I don't care enough about. That I do care enough about, especially with the additional bleed right now. Actually, now I'm thinking about it, additional bleed could be a problem. That being said, Clotting Poultice is definitely an option that we can take. We don't have to worry about bleed that much in the final fights, but like a couple Clotting Poultices wouldn't be a bad thing, and we can still get rid of Algo Bloom, and now we have no money. I'm fighting Act 4, but I'm not fighting Act 4, you know? Alright, let's go to the right. Let's get the speed, let's get the stress down. Everybody's cool with that. We have a little fight here. It's not gonna be Collector though, so I don't have to worry about that anymore. I'm in the clear. And I'm still amazed. We absolutely decimated that Collector. I mean, we got lucky with the bleeds and all that, and just a really solid team at this point, for sure. Yeah, I'll go ahead and Chaotic Offering right off the bat. And then I will bleed everybody. I was gonna give him a second turn, but you know what? That bleed just basically kills both of these guys immediately. So that's worth it. And then we just do that. And then he's dead anyway, so like, he didn't need his action. That was all a lie. And then we can withstand here, take advantage of that dodge plus that we're generating right now. And then he's gonna dodge it because he's an absolute Giga Chad. Yeah, definitely, I wanna, oh good, that's good, thank you. We just went to the hospital too, so I'm really glad of all the things you get that. Now, that being said, we may sometimes get a block plus token out of this. The speed is already, like, whatever, it is fine. So, as long as he resists, like, if it's on anybody, let's at least put on the character that resists stun really easily, I guess, that's good, so, you know. I mean, that still really sucks, don't get me wrong, but I guess it's kind of better. Yeah, the Poet Damage Leper has been kind of a fun. We're just doing this because I need to do it to make myself feel better. You know, I've got this whole build. I need to hit an Anamnesis as much as possible. That way, when you know, the thumbnail of this video is definitely going to have an Anamnesis in it, like an Anamnesis and like a crying Collector in the background. I'm not going to spoil it for you guys, but we killed the Collector. Yeah, I definitely want to start asking more questions and stuff, especially when I'm doing these offline videos. When I start school in December, I'm not going to be able to stream during the week, so I'm thinking I might offset that by trying to record a video or two on the weekend if I have the time, right? Obviously, life comes first, and if I need to study, that's going to be a big thing, but I'll be streaming on the weekends. But YouTube, you guys need videos, so, you know, gotta keep the content train rolling. And if I can do it while I'm in school and full-time student and full-time worker, right, then I can definitely do it once I get out of school. And that'll be good. Yeah, definitely tell me what trinkets you enjoy, or like what trinket combinations as well. Like, is there just a wild, like, I want to know what those combinations of trinkets are that you found that are like, dude, this is good. You gotta try this. And like, try to give us some off-the-cuff options, you know? Like, has anybody made the Shambler trinkets really work for you? Like, really legitimately work for you? Not hierarchy of, no, or not unblinking entropy. Everybody can make unblinking entropy work. I mean, like, the ones that suck. The rest of them. I don't even know what they're all called because I don't use them. I got Hierarchy of Sights, Eyes of the or Into the Oblivion, Unblinking Entropy, and then there's one more, and I don't, something Decay, maybe? I don't think I've ever seen this mash before. 3 Arbalists? I legitimately don't think I've ever seen this before. I think this is a first for me. Well, that's... Can he do an Anamnesis from back here? He sure as fuck can't. That's great.
Malaise, measured and steady.
That's Chaotic Offering for you.
Let us hope to finish this quickly.
Okay, don't do Serrated Bolt. That'll hurt. Okay.
Incremental.
Are the game devs watching me right now, or like, what's going on? Like, let's have a conversation, right?
A slow dissection. An unavoidable end. Straightforward and effective.
It does clear out things pretty quickly, I will say. Now, Anamnesis ain't gonna do much for us in the final fight. I'm almost tempted to just toss on Malediction for the final fight. As, you know, just toss that and just let everybody dot things to hell, or try to dot things to hell. And hopefully when, you know, if it's a bleed that procs, it double procs, right, because of Beck and Call. That could be kind of funny. Maybe instead of doing, I'll maybe keep Anamnesis, because I might need to hit the back ranks. But then I can do, I can get rid of, like, Demon's Pull or something and use Malediction. I don't know. There's options. We still got a whole nother region after this, so that's assuming we make through the regions. This team is still, like, this is one of those teams that will very much be like a, one bad thing happens team, right? That's how these teams operate. One bad thing happens and it's done, and we lose the entire synergy, which has been like all of my last runs. Minus 12 relics for this. That's all of my money. For 30. We need the torch. It is all of my money, but you know what? This guy can have it. I get a steak and apples and cheese. That's already saved me the cost of food for this region. I'm gonna drop that. I don't need it. I say let's go for the Oasis. This isn't gonna cause a repair fight. We're not gonna have a fight. We're potentially gonna get some stress healing items and restorative items out of this, which is good for us. I think overall that's pretty good. And then we're gonna end up with a nice little cultist fight. Things are gonna go well, and nothing bad will happen to us. We will not be bled out into oblivion. Life goes on. It should be a Deacon fight, so we might get, Flesh from Bone, or whatever that ability is called, is not a great ability to get hit with Beck and Call. Let's just be totally real here. Let's take this over that. I don't need the 5 stress heal on him. Okay. Definitely one of the better items in the game. I'll keep this option on. This is fine. We're not, like, super stressed out right now, and, hopefully, depending on how things go, we'll be all right. So we're at 4 mastery points. We hopefully get to 5 by the end of this, which will be really good. We can get some of our damage abilities up. How are we doing on baubles? There's 79 baubles, so we're good. We can repair the stagecoach. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. That feels good to me. Let's go fight this Deacon. I think it should be a Deacon, right? It is a Deacon, okay. Deacon Evangelist. I was kind of hoping for, like, Deacon Herald or something, but that's fine. It's whatever. Head to Steez. Okay, we're back. That's not even upgraded, is it? Nope. Okay. Nice. That's a lot of bleed. If that sticks, well, it's enough to kill anyway.
To finish this.
I mean, the thing about this bleed, man, is if you can get it to pop off, like, it just does decimate everything. Now we're about to get bled for what? And yeah, it's 5. It's the exaltation one that does 10 bleed base.
The enemy weakened.
14. Nice. Wish he dodged it, but that's okay. Does he have pyro again? No, he got the burn from the resentment thing. I was like, how did that happen? He doesn't have pyro anymore, but hey, how it works. Hopefully a good crit heal here. Nice. That's the kind of crit heal we're talking about. That's the kind of heal that I need in my life, Al. Thank you. I need more of those. Stat, buddy, right now.
In this weighty gloom, a spark.
Idle thought. No. I'm gonna take it just because, again, when you're doing these runs, you kind of need to just start like you take stuff purely for the sense that you don't want it dropping again, right? Do I have any space for stuff up here? I don't. Then I will drop this and we will leave that. Continue on with our lives. Not something I particularly need right now.
The loathing abates.
All right. Does the loathing abate, and where is it abating to? Please give me answers.
The place is a little worse for wear, but familiar nonetheless.
Blundering on Al is annoying for the combat start. Baldwin getting Daredevil is fine. Okay. All right, so let's take a look at. First of all, let's take a look at where we're going.
Practice.
I can get another 2 mastery points for taking on the lair again. I don't think that's very smart. I think we just go for the fetter and just call it a day. All right, let's not increase our issues here. Do we take these now? The benefit of taking these here is that we don't really need it on the mountain. And this lets us maybe fight cultist fights a little less scarily. So sure, let's go for it. This allows us to just deal with the evangelists and not like be as freaking worried the entire time. Yeah, it costs us some money, but like, it's probably worth it. Now I know that I can go to the evangelist, like probably resist some of the bleeds and be okay. Man, I have no items on my stagecoach. That's crazy. How are relationships looking? Everybody's in the green, so that's good. I'm not going to worry about those then. Our food is fine. We've gone ahead and eaten everything we can. I guess, is there anything here that we really want? Trinket selection at the Hoarder. More academics. Let's just take that. I don't know. Sure. All right, mastery points. We got 5 of them. I need chop upgraded. We gotta get that going. All right. Open vein. We want those bleed abilities upgraded. Yes. Bleed, bleed, bleed. Bleed all day, every day. Give me that. That's more bleed for me. Upgraded chaotic offering could be good for us. Does less damage. It's not as dangerous for us. Blah, blah, blah. That's all good. And upgraded withstand. Sure, I'll take that. That sounds good. Okay, let's go to the fetter. Let's have some fun. Last region of the day. Only 1 relationship. That's okay. They're hopeful about this, just as I am. This team has done surprisingly well. I always say that, surprisingly well. It's done really well. It's definitely a team I wouldn't normally take. I'm glad to be. I need to start focusing on like trying to make abilities pop off. Like I'm working on Anamnesis being a pop off ability. Like I gotta find those other kind of off the wall abilities. Ooh, okay. I would love to go for more cultist fights. I also really want to go for that hospital and get rid of periodic paralysis, assuming we can afford it by then. I think we can get the money by then. Periodic paralysis is going to cause us a problem at some point. Like it is not a matter of if, it is a matter of when. It's going to pop up at the worst time. We are not going to resist it at the worst time. And then we are going to have an issue where I can't do damage and I die because of that. So, yes, cultist trinkets could be good, but I don't desperately need them. Order. Again, I need to save my money a little bit here. Is there anything for this that I really want? No. Ah, man. I'm going to leave stuff there because I need to save my money. It's only going to cost 12 relics, but... Okay, a fight, an assistance encounter. I am pretty sure Collector can only show once per... No, that's death. Collector can show more than once. Just not per region. I'm like 92.6% sure that's the case. But we'll find out, I guess, if it is him. No. Elite enemies, though. I don't like that. I ain't a fan of that one, you know what I mean? To resist on the bleed. Go ahead and chaotic offering right off the bat. Don't move. Thank you. Okay, we're gonna have to hope for the bleed resist to be good for us here. Yeah. Because these guys will absolutely screw us up if they... Like, those low blows will stack up so fast. And cause us some problems. So we're gonna... We'll withstand here. Just force the damage into him as much as possible. Okay. Then we'll pull here just to stop the front mortar. Not that it's really that big a problem for us, but... Hey, you know, anybody who says that putting your resistances up isn't, like, beneficial is, like, you're missing out, man. That is so much damage we have avoided. Should be wild swing. Yep. A crit wild swing. Damn, that sucks. Don't see that one very often. We'll do this, then we can Anamnesis again if we wanted to. Not that we should need to, but... Go ahead and just de-stress here. Alright. We've eliminated most of the threats at this point. We'll blind the guy up front here if we want to, or can, just to potentially mitigate that. We can Anamnesis here. It hits, he's dead, and then he's dead. So, Anamnesis doing work. Really good at just that crowd control kind of thing. But I mean, Beck and Call is what's making this work for us. I don't think this works nearly as well without Beck and Call. You either need Beck and Call, or you need like a really high crit rate, or I guess maybe a really good damage modifier to just give him that like massive like slam down hit. You know, like Selfish Motivation could be really good on him with Anamnesis. If you can get him with a couple like taunts or something, some immobilizes or something. I mean, maybe even like Strong Shackles with that, so that way every time when he uses Anamnesis, he just stacks up a bunch of like, you know, I don't know. There's maybe options there that can really make that pop off. I mean, I don't need the candles. Let's just take the big buff, huh? This will give us a nice big old buff. We get Compassion out of it, which increases our Resolute chance or Positive Relationship chance. Interesting. Okay, cool. And then we get a buff. I don't think we see the buff until we're in combat, so that's fine. And then we go this way. I don't even know what the Cage Creature. Cage Creature could be pretty good for us. Gives us the salves, the Pustule salves, which are really, really strong. Good dot removal item. But we take what we can get. Golden Gargoyle is also going to be really good for us in this fight. Anything that helps with blind mitigation is going to be really strong for us. Okay, remove the periodic paralysis, and then from here... Do we have the stagecoach item that's increasing this? Yeah, I was about to say, we have more items here than we normally do. I don't know. I don't think there's anything in here I'm super keen about. Maybe the Milk Soaked Linen, actually. If we want to be able to deal with the blindness that that fight is going to give us, that's definitely going to be like a big step one for us. Okay, where are we gonna go here? I'm gonna go left.
Safe
I'm gonna avoid cultist fights, honestly. I just don't think we need them at this point. I think we are strong enough. We are independent enough. I don't need them. You know? I just don't need the risk either. The additional bleed really makes those fights very scary for us. Even with our bleed resist and stuff, like, doesn't mean we need to be going headfirst into those fights if we can avoid it. We got a situation where nobody agrees here. I guess we'll just take the. It's double relationship hit, but I mean it's okay. We can deal with it. So much slime mold. I don't want the slime mold. There's a dog licking my foot. I apologize. Very disconcerting feeling when you don't anticipate there being a dog under your desk that's about to lick your feet, and then it licks your foot, and you're like, well, I hope that's a dog. It was a dog. Same mash here, but sturdy this time. Or were they sturdy last time? They were elite last time, I think. That should be fine for us. Yeah. That's a really good move to get hit by for us, actually, because it does regen and block plus, which is a nice little thing to see there. Finishing blow, it's gonna be an annoying bit of combo damage. That's fine. Stand. Sure, why not? Ah, that's big doo-doo. Fine. Wow, I'm surprised that didn't hit, but okay. I will make the best of this by just bleeding the crud out of these guys. Oh, or them thinking about being bled, I guess. I don't know. My goodness. Stop resisting every bit of bleed I throw your way, please. You don't have a bleed modifier. Okay, they are ordained, I suppose, so that's probably not helping the situation, but... Hey, he actually resisted the bleed there. Oh, he has 106% bleed resist. Whoops. Oh, that's about to be juicy. I'm moving up. Yeah.
The smallest variable can make all the difference.
It is fun when it pops off, man. That guy burned us before he bled us.
A lesson taught is a lesson learned.
Let's just go for the crit heal. There we go. Excellent.
Messy.
Can't complain about that one.
Effective.
Thankfully, no Josephine. That would be probably a more annoying thing to have to deal with. Oh, we are 3 loathing. I should definitely try to keep that in mind. Actually, doesn't look like we have that much loathing that we need to go through. I guess it just depends on if these nodes have loathing on them, which I think you can see even if it's not scouted, right? So,
Waits, eager to ply his trade.
restorative item we take. Food I will take. I don't need brilliant brew. Everything else I can drop. Go ahead and just... I don't need candles at this point. I've already used my big candle benefit, so I'm not going to be getting any more opportunities like that. Permeable poultice doesn't really do anything for me, but I can keep it for now, I suppose. I'm going to drop Carved Bodkin and Fisherman's Line. It'd be great to get Fisherman's Line working, I guess. I probably have a serrated item at this point I can use, but who cares? I say that like I probably should have kept it because it would have been a fun situation. It sucks. Oh well, rapid thinking is what gets me there. This is an armor, I think, and then I think I just go left. We'll just go left over here. This is the way we're gonna go. Sorry, just rambling on about nothing here. We have a fight coming up. That's good. I'll get our loathing down if we take the fight. Should be nice because our loathing is a little It's a little toasty right now. I've had my loathing go up so much in so many recent runs. Definitely makes a big difference. It's one of those sneaky things, man. It's one of those mechanics I just don't pay enough attention to. I do wish it had more flair to it. It's a little bit more just kind of in the background, and then it's bad when it is bad. Otherwise, I don't even pay attention to the negative effects you get as loathing increases. It's only once loathing's maxed out that I'm like, oh, this is bad. I don't want this anymore. You know, good resist on that bleed. Thank you, sir. Please don't move yourself back. Thank you. Taunt is, I mean, it's whatever, I guess, I suppose. Yeah, dot is not something I want completely. Okay, let's get a little bit of resisting there. We should resist any bleeds these guys try to dole out, though, so that's good. Because they're about to, that's for sure. Yes, sir.
Let us hope to finish this quickly.
It's definitely a good, like, enemy ender, man. I mean, it just completely takes out so many enemies if you can get it working for you. Need that to not do that, please. It's okay. Next time I expect you to do just a little bit better, though. Okay? I'm gonna do this, then I'm gonna do this. You do have a crit, like, heal on in your bar, so, like, this is obviously gonna be a fantastic heal, like, top notch. Do wish it didn't consume the tokens if I have a crit token, right? Crit token should take priority. I shouldn't be, I don't feel like I should be punished and use both, but maybe that's just me being a little picky, a little nitpicky there, huh?
This work is and necessary.
All right.
The loathing festers.
So our loathing is down, which is great. I'm gonna go this way. More fights. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine, guys. Everything's fine. We'll say these runs go pretty quick, though, when I'm not streaming. Obviously, streaming takes up a lot of my cognitive ability just to talk to people and stuff. Not that that's a bad thing. Just an interesting thing to notice. All right, we're just going to go into the damage right away here. I think we can pretty much kill these guys very quickly. With some well-timed hits. Hopefully we don't get a disease immediately.
On to the next.
I don't even know. I don't even know. Like, how does that happen? I mean, it's obviously, it's got to be confirmation bias, right? Like, it's not happening every time I say something, but it feels like it's kind of happening every time I say something. At least for the big bad things. I mean, okay, as far as diseases go, rabies, fine. It's gonna give me blind or strength. Like, I can deal with it. It's not the end of the world. In fact, that's the best hero to get that on because he has a way to deal with the blind and actually can make him more powerful. That being said, it doesn't mean I want that, right? Well, that's 14 bleed on that. That's crazy. It doesn't mean that I, like, still, I mean,
Appliance of harm.
I said it as it was, like, popping up, too. Like, come on, game. You know what you're doing. The game knows what it's doing. It knows. It's aware. It's a very aware piece of machinery. It understands, chat. There's no chat. It understands, random YouTube commenter. I'm watching you. Okay. Torchlight is our friend. Those guys don't want to be friends, though. How much we got left of this? Enough that I should probably consider just putting my torchlight up. It's fine. It'll be okay. Hey, I'll take that. I mean, like, it's good to get my bleed resist up as we go. That is a big finger, though, when you think about it. I wish it was the eyeball, not the finger, though, because that finger makes it look like, I don't know, is that like the right size? I mean, I guess that's like, if there's a human sitting in here, right, and the human is like that big, you know, like that's the height of a human. Yeah, I guess the scale's a little bit. It's a big ass carriage when you think about it. Oh, I'm not letting you get away with that. You ain't getting away with that. No, we're doing it this time. This is an Anamnesis time. Unless he goes to rank 4. He did not. Life goes on. Double crit. I guess he could have also gotten stunned, which would have been not great. He's gonna go. No! No, I thought I could stop it. I couldn't stop it. A lot of unchecked power. I'm gonna slam it here.
Can make all the difference.
Because then he's still high enough for me to do this.
There is comfort in company.
That's a lot of stress gone. And this guy is dead. Bye-bye.
An invariable
Easy day.
result.
Yeah, alright. We don't have to deal with Exemplar, which is nice, because we're on Act 2, so. Now we just have to get through 1, 2, maybe 3 more fights. And then, of course, we have the mountain fights, so. One fight on the mountain for Act 2.
Take up these goods.
What you got, bud? Anything good?
View them with
Oh, I thought that was a hoarder. That's not a hoarder. Okay, let's take a look at our food. I will take that over that. I don't need the candles. Those can go away. Do we have space for combat items? We have a space for a combat item. We also have a space for that. That can go there. Then we can take... I'm going to drop linseed oil. That's really not doing anything for us. Let's go ahead and grab an incendiary cocktail and blow some stuff up. We love doing that. At this point, I can probably drop this, and I'm going to keep Thrilling Tablet because it's just one of those things that, like, I don't think I'm going to need it. But should I need it, you know, it's like, you know, if we die to a random just amount of damage from like Cardinal on the mountain, or you know, here at the Oblivion's Rampart or whatever, you know, we have the option to just like supercharge one of our heroes. And I like supercharged heroes because they're fun. That flag run we did, that was insane though. That was crazy. That solo. If you haven't watched that video, go watch the solo flag video. The run starts like halfway through the video because I fail a run and then I decide to do solo Scourge Thrilling Tablet flag. It's just broken. It is like, I mean, it took on everything. I mean, it just killed every freaking boss. The scariest moment we had was against Kyrogen at the beginning because he can regen. Like, that's it. Everything else was just like a cakewalk. I don't think we ever touched Death's Door that entire run. Like, that's insane. What? How did that do 0 damage? Okay, whatever. It did 0 damage and it was resisted, so that's like the biggest waste of that I've seen in a while. Good crit. Hope for a blind here. And hopefully it lands it. Oh. Oy, 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 oy. Thankfully he can heal, so he will outpace that. That's a scary group of enemies. Oh, 10 damage on that? God damn, dude. Chill out. Good heal. Stop. That's a big thing to be able to eat, lady.
Empowered, emboldened.
Okay. Hey, I got a hero goal. Very nice. Okay. We ended up making that work okay, but man, we used a lot of our items on that. That was probably one of the scariest fights we've had in the run so far. Don't really care about the candles. I know we can keep them, and if you guys haven't figured it out, I just cheat my candles in at this point. I'm sorry. I know that may upset somebody, but also I don't have time to grind out that many candles to have fun runs anymore. So we just enjoy the runs that we get with the candles that I would have earned at some point. I promise you it'll be okay. Alright. Cardinal time. Could be a cardinal at least. Let's double check our combat items, make sure we're prepping ourselves. Blind is probably not going to be that big. That scrap grenade is going to be nutty. That's probably good for us. Yeah, we'll take it. That scrap grenade's going to go hard, bro. Okay, Altar of Resentment, so that's the combo or the giving crit tokens kind of deal. Pull off the block tokens on these two, get the double heal. We're going to Encore. Now somebody is going to get hit with some not fun stuff, but yeah, immediate Hollow Vessel, all three of them. That's not gonna help much.
Lethality writ large.
Okay, they both resist it. We did get the blinds on both of them though, which is unfortunate, but get rid of the blind there. Do this. Okay. So we're able to kill both of them very quickly, which is great. Now, we kind of want to keep him in the back, actually. He's less likely to do Hollow Vessel from that position. Not that I really like Yawning Void either, especially when that happened. What? Oh, sorry. He resisted the move, but nobody else did. So okay. Something that makes sense, I guess. Depends who you ask. Lots of crits. You love to see it. That's healing him up pretty well. And a miss. Alright, heal some stress here.
Comfort in company.
How is he so fast? Oh, bugger off. Alright. Fortunately, he's about to get hit for crap ton. Get a double heal here. Should be good at least. Gives him some of his health back, but that's the thing about Cardinal, man, is even when you're prepared for him, it's never a great experience. The speed is probably better than like the bleed at this point. Ooh. Okay, there's value in Lockjaw. I just don't know if it's enough value. Like, is it better than Nautical Compass? Like, Nautical Compass gives us a lot of stuff, but like being able to pretty much guarantee that the bleed is gonna stick is very nice. We're doing mastery points after all that. 2 mastery points could be worse. Could definitely be better though, that's for sure. I would appreciate it if it was better. Better would be nice. But hey, we made it to the mountain with this team. I'm actually pretty happy with that. What do we have now? Oh, rabies, yeah. For us, like, God, we've gotten rid of so many diseases on this guy.
The familiar harm.
He's already, oh, Hag's Cauldron. Oh, head in the sand, hydrophobic. I don't care about hydrophobic. Oh. Boy, head in the sand is not good. Yeah, that's not bueno. Baldwin and Dismas here. Should get everybody in the positive, so at least stops them from being negative. Hag's Cauldron, I'm just happy that we're able to do that much. Oh, I've lost my mouse. Oh boy, all right. Some good trinkets though, god damn. Okay. Sure. That's fine. We want the dots to be piercing. Basically, we're just gonna hope that we can dot through the middle. I'm trying to say words here. Dot through the middle as quickly as possible. It just turns the cooldown to 2, right, on that one. I'm tempted to grab Malediction, and we'll swap that for Sack Stab, which we are, or maybe Demon's Pull. Right now, we're not going to swap it. We will in the final fight, though. That's where we're going to swap it. All right. Was there anything here we wanted? Oh, food. I need food, right? No, I've already eaten. We've already eaten food. We're good there. I guess the milk-soaked linen is going to be really good for us. All right. I guess this burn salve too, right? Should probably take that. It's not a bad thing to have on somebody. All right, let's go.
The inevitable end of your journey awaits you once again.
Yeah, these runs go pretty quick. We're at 2 hours right now. It's really good. Hey, they're in love with each other. That's really good. Okay, cool. Let's do this. One fight on the mountain. That's all we have to deal with here. I'm gonna take a triage kit. I want to make sure we're going into this as fit as possible. The stress reduction is going to be a big thing.
Temple of failure and regret.
Let's see how we do here. Overall, though, this has been a really interesting way to play. This bleed team has been fun. What would be the better option? If we want to do like a full bleed team, we could bring Hellion instead of Leper. Like a Carcass Hellion would work pretty well here. I mean, she'd be bleeding out for like crazy numbers. And she'd probably work okay with Al as far as him being able to do like Binding Shadows. He could like move himself forward, and or she could lock herself up, and you can use Binding Shadows. It's just kind of a more, I think, a better way to generate up tokens than Sackstab is, right? It just is more. It's just more consistent. It's always got the option to, which is always good. Okay, what are we starting off with here? Let's just go for it. Damn, that's like the worst one for us, dude. Why is it always back 2 as well? Like, could it ever be back 1? Can it be forward? Is it always back 2? Oh, man, we just completely locked him into that position, huh? That's unfortunate. All right, this is not going to go super well for us. At this point, we're in, like, I don't know, we're kind of in makeup mode. Of course he didn't dodge it. This is not good. Let me be very honest with you guys. This is not a good situation for us to be in right now. Just a lot of stress that we're now going to deal with. Go through the combo. That's very helpful.
Cannot be walked alone.
This is why I didn't want to take Evangelist fights earlier, right? Like...
A lesson taught is a lesson learned.
Good resist, bud. Then Solemnity yourself back to existence. There we go. All right. The stun may have been a better option there. $32 bleed, though. There we go. I said, like, the bleed is what we're just gonna have to hope that we could just pump bleed in to this thing. Just as much freaking bleed as possible. I don't think we're really gonna have to we're gonna focus on the lungs very much at all, if I'm being entirely honest. It's gonna be like, just smack the lungs down as much as we can, which is not the greatest way of dealing with it, I don't think, but it is a way to deal with it, so. Nah, more blind resist. All right, this is not a normal team to take for this, but Act 2, here we go. We'll see if the supreme bleed can just knock through it all. Just if we just bleed it, see if we can just do so much damage that it just like doesn't live for very long. That's a really risky way to play this too. Like, if you do not focus the Sundering tokens, the breath tokens, like, it's a really scary way of playing this. It's probably not the most ideal way for us to even play this team, honestly, but like, I kind of want to see what we can do with it, you know? To be entirely honest. Now, of course, this is also assuming that he'll be able to pierce the I'm taking the token down, I guess, because I probably just good for me to do. I can't do enough damage back there, man. I just said I'm gonna try to bleed the shit out of it, and now I'm just like not doing that. Like I gotta just gotta bleed it. Stand, I guess. Oof.
Crisis, we can rely only upon each other.
Okay. I'm not talking much. I'm just trying to see. Okay. The extra actions are letting me get a lot of chaotic offerings off. Okay. I know this is risky, man.
A slow dissection. Unavoidable end.
I don't know if it's gonna be enough.
And now, the greatest test of all.
Resolute. Oh my god. Alright. That's my boy right there. That's my boy. Resolute? He's not my boy. Well, he's still my boy. He's a good guy. He's cool. He's alright with me. Okay, there goes Jester. That's fine. We're okay. We're doing a lot of damage. Is it enough? We've got 56 health left right now. I don't think we can kill. I think he's gonna murder. Oh man, I don't know. That's pretty good though. Pushing him back is really dumb though, because fucking. He pushed him back with a corpse, which is really fucking annoying to see. Because like, I can't bleed him with that, you know. I think mean, this is gonna be close. It's still got 2 death door checks, so, or death armor tokens. And it gets so many just like moments where it's like, oh, okay, come on, we can do this. Oh, and love saves the day, baby. Yes, it does. I'm gonna get rid of that blind just because I don't want it to accidentally cause it problems, but I think we've done it. I think love just saved us. It did. Love just did it. Love saves every problem. Mwah. And just to add insult to injury, we'll have him be the end. Wow, I'm surprised we beat that. That was crazy. All right, well, there we go. That's going to be the Anamnesis run on Act 2, actually doing it. We did lose the Jester, but if I had not done this the first 2 rounds where we were like or I was like focusing, I should have just focused the bleed immediately. I think that would have made all the difference there. But this is you can do an unconventional team and win still. So yeah, if you like these kind of offline run videos, definitely let me know. Leave a comment about that question that I asked earlier in the video. You're gonna have to go back if you already skipped to the end here. And yeah, let me know about it. If you're not already subbed over here on YouTube, do click the buttons. That way you don't miss any of these videos, any of my streams. I am streaming now on YouTube. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I will catch you all in the next video. Bye-bye.